prepare themselves for future careers. Without further delay, I would like to hand over the session to our speaker. Welcome to the session, Souren. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Harshita. Let me know if I am audible properly.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Let me try to share my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is not allowing me to share the screen, so I might need to quit and rejoin again. Is that fine?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Hi everyone, so I joined back. Let me try to share. Harshita, still it is not allowing. Let me try one more time.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Can you please try now?
Yes, I'm able to share. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's
Sir,
get
your
started.
screen is visible.
Okay. Thank you. So hello everyone. Let me start by introducing myself. I am Souren Dutta, a staff software engineer in conversational interface for ServiceNow, and here is the LinkedIn contacts that I have shared. So today we are going to discuss about how the future of work in software development is changing. Now think for a moment. 5 years ago, the work that we are currently in high demand were never existed. The software developers are using the tools which are not available 12 years ago. So the biggest question is how you as a student you will be prepared for the future that is coming, which is rapidly changing. So we are going to discuss about the same in this presentation. So how AI is changing the work of software development, how you as a student acquire new skills to be prepared for it. Also, what are the new exciting opportunities coming into your doorstep? And the fourth is, what is the current next step you can do today to be prepared for it? So let's dive into it. So what is changing in software development? AI automation, that is the first and primary biggest change that we can see in the software development, where you can expect most of the code that is written by different AI tools like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot or GitHub Copilot, where it has the most impact. So does that mean that software development role is getting changed? It will be replaced? No, it is not actually. So if you think about it, even if the code is actually generated by AI, you still need to review. You still need to give your input, provide your system design and the architectural inputs on that code to be able to make it production ready. So another thing is remote and hybrid work. So in this new world, you can work from anywhere. Think about a company which is residing in America, but you can work on that company just from your bedroom, and you can collaborate with n number of developers around the world. So it creates also a good competition and also creates you endless opportunities of getting different types of works. And the flexible schedules that helps and student or a developer, based on their need, their productivity level, they can choose when to work. New tech stacks. So these are the new tech stacks currently we are using, like cloud native environments. So whatever you develop currently, that gets deployed to a cloud native environments. So it is no longer need to maintain all the servers and all the different types of tools that we traditionally used. There are low-code platforms. So currently companies are actually looking for a developer who can understand and quickly adopt a low-code platform and start using it, so that you can rapidly develop and deploy. And rapid development tools has come. So how easily your code that you have written in your local desktop or laptop, that can go to the production environment with the automation. So how AI changes the developer's workflow. So I have created two different workflows, one traditional workflow and one AI enhanced workflow. Let's discuss about the traditional workflow. We all aware about the SDLC processes, right? So you might have heard it from the textbook engineering courses. So we have a SDLC process where typically we plan for a feature, we discuss about it, we write a code, and we spend hours writing a code, and then we spend hours and days to debug and test it. And after that, we deploy it. How much time it used to take? It used to take around days, sometimes in weeks. But in enhanced workflow, everything is same, but you still plan your feature, but with the help of an AI tool. You have ChatGPT or any other AI tools which you can use to groom your idea. What are the solution approaches different solution approaches you can discuss, and then you can decide which approaches to choose. So that is a guidance, a companion that is always there beside you. And then AI writes a draft code. So 70 to 80% code can be written by the AI itself. Based on the small problem statements that you provide, AI can easily generate that code for you. But review and refinement. So this is the third pillar where the main expertise comes into the picture, where the traditional knowledge about software development, about some languages, about data structure, about algorithms or databases, everything that comes into this picture, where you have to review the code, because AI can write the code, but it does not know about your use cases, right? So which is suitable for your use case, whether the code is maintainable, what is the quality of the code, how the code can be scalable, all those things comes into the picture here. So you can imagine all the traditional knowledge that we need, it is still required even with the AI enhanced workflow. And the auto deployment, that is always there with the CI/CD pipeline, DevOps. So where from your laptop it can go to production with just multiple clicks. So if you think about it, between these two workflows, there is a unique difference, right? So in the first workflow, what is the primary goal of the first workflow? Writing a code. So you basically act as an coder in the traditional workflow. But in AI enhanced workflow, you are not a coder. You are an architect. You are designing how the systems work together. You are planning the ideas and you are refining the code. So you work as a architect or a reviewer here. So that's why the role is changing of a software developer from a coder to a designer, or you can say a reviewer and architect. So the skill shift, what we can see right now. So in the traditional skill shift, I have created two different pillars where we will talk about the first skill shift, the skills that were important earlier and which is declining the importance. Still it is important, but it is not the primary. Like memorizing the syntax. So we were always taught about you need to learn Java, you need to learn Python, you need to learn these syntaxes. These are the ways to write. This is the orientation. All these things you had to memorize earlier. Write a boilerplate code. So those all things are actually taken care by the AI. You don't need to memorize anything. And manual testing. Manual testing was a tedious job earlier, where a lot of engineers or testers were sitting idle and basically manually testing your software. And nowadays with AI powered tools, it is getting better and better with manual testing. Basic CRUD operations like database operations like create, read, update, delete, all these basic queries, all those can be taken care, or all those can be easily given by AI. Those queries can be provided to you. So these are not the utterly, these are necessary, but I won't say these are the primary. So I will talk about then what is the growing skills that is coming in the importance. Now, problem solving and logic. So you as a developer are actually expected to solve a problem with a logical explanation. So there where the design thinking comes into the picture from the human creativity. So human and that can never be replaced, because problem solving and logic and how you want to solve a problem, that comes to you from your design thinking and the creativity. System design and architecture, how different systems or different platforms work together, how the architecture will be better, how it can be scalable, how it can be maintainable, all these things comes into the picture, and which is still required and which is very much important. And that is the expectation from the entry level developers itself. Code review and quality. So here we all also discussed in the earlier PPT, this is the most important part where your traditional skills will come into the picture, where you have to review the code constantly. Seriously, you have to check the quality of the code and probably modify based on any of the design thinking that you have and that is provided by AI, right? So sometimes it comes with a buggy code, so that you need to be able to identify and refine it. Communication and teamwork, which was essential earlier also, but today it is more important because you are collaborating with multiple different developers around the world. So it is not like the country you are residing in. The various countries will be developers from various countries will be collaborating and contributing to the same work that you are going to do. So communication is very much important, where your technical solutions you should be able to explain to the non-technical people, because we will be working with product designers, right? Different business owners. So those who does not understand the technical thing, they need to, so your language should be able to communicate your solution in a non-technical way. So what employers currently want now? So I have added 3 different pillars in terms of what is the expectation from different employers or the tech companies you can expect. So technical foundation, that is very much important, because you need to be best at your basics. One programming language is essential, definitely. It can be anything like Java, Python, anything, Node.js, JavaScript, but you should well aware of that programming language, different concepts and data structures. So let's say you join a specific company or specific in an industry, and you are expected to work in a language you are not aware of. Company is always going to teach you, so you need not to be aware of. The concept and the framework, the concepts will always be same, right? Data structure and algorithm, that was essential earlier, and here also it would be essential. So data structure, how different systems work together, what is the efficiency of your code, whether it is scalable or not. So all and the algorithms that suits your use case, that you should be able to choose, and that foundation you need built in. Version control is very much essential because of this era where multiple developers should be working, your fellow colleagues will be working on the same code base. So the version control on the Git is definitely required. You should know about the basics of this version control and and most of the companies are using Git as a code repository. So this is very much essential. Database basics are basically definitely required, like how you are going to retrieve the data, how you are going to store the data, what would be the structure of it, of your tables, how you want to design the tables. So all those foundational knowledge is definitely required. Now, modern tools. So what companies are expecting, that AI assistants are always there, like Copilot, ChatGPT. All the developers currently, they already aware or already know about these technical foundations. They should be able to use it very efficiently so that your productivity gets increased. So it is expected to deliver in a faster environment. you should be able to deliver fast. So you can actually imagine, instead of typing, you can actually get a code from AI assistant, right? So the time that is consumed in typing, that could be reduced, and you just need to review the code. And cloud platforms, most of the companies currently are working in a cloud platform, so you should be aware of anything like AWS and Azure, the basic concepts about it, how to use it, how to deploy it, all those basic things you need to be aware of. And DevOps pipeline, CI/CD part. Many bigger tech companies are using DevOps basics only, like how your code is generated in your system and how it gets deployed to the production. Agile methodologies. Agile methodologies are something like the new way of work. What is sprint? How you can say that how teams works nowadays. So these all methodologies you should be aware of. And soft skills are very much important at this moment, because clear communication is required. You will be not working with only the developers, you will be working with product owners, designers. So you should be able to communicate and share your thoughts with a non-technical way. Problem solving mindset should be there. So let's say you have run into a bug, so you should be able to debug. You should be able to have a mindset of fixing that bug instead of hitting your head, right? So continuous learning. So continuous learning is very much important. What do I think of? I always often say that journey of a software engineer, and the learning curve actually starts when they start their career, not when they are actually learning or acquiring a course or a degree. Team collaboration is very much important, because you need to think about your team goal, not your own goal, because anything that is done with a teamwork can be delivered efficiently, and it can be learned. So you have to have a mindset to learn together and win together. Your action plan starts today. So what you can do in this era today itself? You can set up a GitHub account, make your first commit. These are all free, right? Try a new coding tool like GitHub Copilot. Start with a small personal project. It not required to be fancy. You can do anything like a calculator. You can build a calculator. You can build a to-do list and commit into the GitHub and make your first commit. That should be your first step today. What you can do it for the next month, complete in one online course or tutorial. There are various free online resources are available. Here also, TechBairn is also helping here, right? And join any coding community, Discord or Reddit. Here you can understand and talk about various problems that is currently happening in this world, and different developers are contributing and communicating with each other. Build your community, build your circle, build something and deploy it online, and see whether whatever you have built, how it gets responded in the online environment. And in this year, what you can target? You can target to build 2-3 projects in your portfolio, in your GitHub account. Contribute to the open source projects. There are a lot of open source projects available in the GitHub. So here you can choose based on your interest and try to contribute. What are the defects that is currently available on those open source projects? Try to solve it. Do a contribution. And then you can apply for an internship and any entry-level roles in any of the tech companies. So this is how you can actually build your resume that will be reflected in your resume. Your resume will be your identity going forward. So let's go ahead with a quick knowledge check. I don't know whether you guys are attentive or whether I was explaining it right or not. Let's see that what you can understand. What's the most valuable skill for future development? Memorizing all the programming languages? Problem solving or design thinking?
Option B.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that is correct. So writing code faster than AI. So you are not expected to compete with AI. You are expected to be companion of AI. Let's go to the question 2. What should you do this week to prepare? Read 10 coding books, set up GitHub, wait until you are
B, sir. Option B.
So it seems that you guys are always attentive. Thank you so much. Okay, let's talk about key takeaways on this. AI is your co-pilot, not your replacement. Learn to work with it. Use it as a tool. It is your enhanced tool. So think about it as a carpenter having an old-fashioned tool which used to do a work, and a carpenter having an advanced tool also do the same work, but quickly. The work that is having advanced tool, the carpenter will be able to deliver quickly. Similarly, AI is also your tool which actually helps you to develop, deploy, or basically deliver quickly. So it's not actually replacing, because carpenter was earlier also required, now also required, and they were actually managing. So in order to operate that machine, you still need a human, right? So here also, in order to operate an AI, it still requires a human. So you should be able to use it as your companion and deliver faster. Focus on problem solving and designing. So you always think about, so right now you can think of writing a code is a manual job, tedious job, or typing a code. So your main focus should be on solving a problem. You look around it, you look around the world. What is the current problem that you can solve with software technology? So those kind of problem you can think of, you can design, and you can communicate. You can improve your communication skills so that you can gather few of your friends and then work together on a single problem and actually solve a problem. Start building projects now, and that actually reflects in your resume, and that definitely that is going to help all the tech companies to make yourself visible. Continuous learning is going to be a superpower. So in this era, AI has definitely made a change. But something, if you think of 5 years from now, whatever tools that we have discussed today might not be useful. It may become obsolete. So you should have an attitude of learning continuously. You should never stop learning. So this also makes it exciting, right? So when you work in this industry, you will never get bored, because you will get to learn something new every day. So these are some of the resources that I have shared. Probably you can start acting on it today. Like learning platforms, there are various free learning platforms available. FreeCodeCamp, Coursera, YouTube videos are definitely available. So these you can start and act upon it. And you can join various communities like Reddit community, Dev2, a blogging platform where you can share your thoughts on anything. A blogging platform, you can work on anything. You can explain some problems that currently world has that can actually be solved by one of the engineers sitting here, right? And local coding setup, meetup, and hackathons are always there. So you can always get all those invites and the news in the various community, LinkedIn. You follow up on that. You meet there. You meet with some people. Create your community. That's how you can actually learn and grow together. AI coding tools, those we have already discussed. So you can actually have these tools available for you. GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, Cursor. These are the tools that you can use to rapidly develop and write codes. So let's start here. So let's end with this slide, and I want you to share 3 thoughts. Future of work is exciting. It is not actually coding, because it opens up a lot of opportunities. The technologies are evolving rapidly, and you need to be learning constantly, and that makes it more exciting. And the problems that which are not solvable a few years ago, which can be solved now, and you are in the control, because this technology does not control you. You decide how you want to start, how you want to prepare yourself, and what you want to be in the future. So Don't worry about the change. Embrace the change. Take action today. Build something for tomorrow. Thank you. Any questions?
Sir, whenever we say problem solving and logic building, the concept is data structure in algorithm.
Yes.
Problem
So it
solving,
is
especially a platform like lead code kicks, code forces.
yes. So problem solving, what I meant to say, so let's say you have one specific problem you see, and so first of all, AI is not going to solve your complete problem or is some feature that you want to build, right? So let's say you want to build a feature, you are asking your AI companion to build for it. It won't be able to do it. What you have to do, you have to break down that problem into smaller steps. For that, you need to know, you need to have that basic foundational knowledge of how a software development works. What are the basics that is required? What is the data structure required? What is the database is required? What data it requires? And what business logic that you need to build. Based on each small problem statement, you have to use this AI tool to generate the solution for it. So breaking down a problem and how you want to solve it, that is up to your creativity. It's not replaceable. It cannot be replaced by AI.
Yes.
Any other questions? Anything can we see from the chat?
Sir, one of the another question is you say in this session knowledge of one programming language. So what's the meaning of this?
Okay.
If we say knowledge of one programming language, if I have a knowledge of code C++, code is Java, then this is okay. Yeah, or other required.
So programming language, why I say one programming language will be enough, because the concept of creating a solution would be essential. So in order to learn a programming language, there are various different syntax for every language, right? So it is not necessary to remember all those syntaxes for every languages. One language you should be expert on, so that you know end to end how to write a syntax.
The meaning of export.
Sorry.
What's the meaning of export? If I have learned Java, then all the things like I do a data structure and algorithm in Java. Then this is not required to learn about multi-threading concept. This is not required in this. This is okay or not?
No, so that's what I was coming into. So you need to be aware of different types of functionalities or different types of frameworks available on the same language. So the reason that I mentioned as an expert, it's not like you should be aware of the concept of a single language, so that when you appear for an interview, when an tech company reaches out to you, so they might be communicating, they will give you some problems, right? So you need to solve in one single language. You need to choose. So there
this is the meaning of knowledge of one language.
Yes. So you
solve the problem in given language.
Yes, problem in
or any language, whatever.
So you need to be aware of one language so that you can choose that language to solve a problem, right? But it is not essential that same language will be used in the company. So whatever language is required, they will always be teaching you, or you will be efficient for that. So when you are communicating with the interviewer, let's say, so you need to know a language so that you can solve a problem and showcase. That is the reason for it.
That's why the knowledge of one knowledge is compulsory.
Correct.
Solve problem.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, I want to know the second step for internship. I know I'm not ready right now for SDE internship fan company, but for third year I want to prepare for it.
Voice is
What
not
should
not
be the
clear.
Yeah, voice is
Audible.
actually.
Voice is like echo.
Probably you can write the question in the chat. We can go through the chat and take up the question.
Is this program is organized by Joho? This program is organized by Joho.
Yes, I think no. I think it is organized by TechBairn, but it is hosted on Joho. I see one.
It's mailed by Joho. Give brief information about TechBairn.
Okay, I got a question. If I want to apply for a SD internship in FANG company, how can I prepare for it? And also there is a many distraction in record credit. How to overcome that? Is good. Okay.
Sir, what's the roadmap?
Who is speaking? I think I got the question from Suman.
Akshay Sharma.
Hello.
Yes, sir. My question is, what will be the roadmap as the
Okay, I don't know. Probably you can also ask the question in the chat. I will answer Suman for now. So for SD internship in a FANG company, you want to apply and you want to know how can we prepare for it. So I have actually shared what is the first step you need to do. I need to know. I don't know that whether you already have an GitHub account or not, but you should start it by creating a GitHub account. Make your first GitHub commit. It can be anything like Hello World program. You can just contribute. You can actually see that for Hello World also, some of the engineers or some of the developers are actually downloading code from you. And similarly, you can think about creating a small project about building a small game or to-do list, something like that. And then you create that, deploy there in the GitHub. So that's how you can actually create your resume. So the reason I wanted to show you, there is a lot of competition in this world, right? There are a lot of engineers are getting graduated day by day in India and across the world. So how you can be observed within that? How you need to differentiate yourself, right? So for that, your resume should speak about yourself. What are the work that you have done? It's not about companies does not want that how well you memorize something, how well you write a code. It always see that what you have built till now, so that you should be always prepared about what is coming when you get to hire in the company, right? So that is the first step, what you need to do. And then there are various internship programs that is run by various companies. And also you can see all these posts available in the LinkedIn. From there also you can apply. But the first thing is you need to do that, and you need to be very good at your basics, like all the concepts of data structure, algorithms, and the any language that I spoke about. So those all things are very much essential, and then you prepare for it. Always have you always think about a problem, or basically based on various concepts you always try to solve a problem, and be ready and always understand it. It's not like you are just reading and memorizing a solution. You need to understand. There could be, so it can be possible there is a problem statement given in the internet you got, okay, and the solution is also given, but you can have your own solution for it also, and it can actually give you the same output. You can compare those things, so that you could be aware of all the different types of questions or types of concepts that are used in day-to-day software development. So that's how you can start. So what will be the roadmap of software development? That is the next question I got from Akshay Sharma. So roadmap, I would say definitely you need to be aware of all the concept that I just probably answered the same thing to Suman. And
I have an answer of this question for full stack web development.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, please.
Hello, can I say, sir? Hello. Yes. If we say web developer, then especially web developer, then full stack development. Then there are three things important: the front end, and back end, and databases. Am I right, sir?
Yes, definitely. So that is the full stack, meaning of full stack development. So right now the demand in the market is definitely a full stack developer, and a full stack developer who knows how to use AI tools and deliver quickly. So that is the highest paid job in the current industry, and that is also the expectation.
If full stack developer has a basic knowledge of AI, then it's okay.
So yeah, basic knowledge is okay to have. So let me share my career graph. Okay, when I probably started my career around 2014, 12 years ago, and I started my job with full stack developer role only. And that time AI was there, but AI was not used on day-to-day life of an engineer. Later it came into the picture, right? So we adopted it, we learned how to use it, and then we are continuing our job. We are still expected to deliver software features, right? But we are sorry, there is some echo coming in. And so that's what I was saying, like basic AI knowledge is enough. So I was not even trained in AI. So I learned how to use AI on day-to-day life. So the expectation is you need to have a full stack developer role. You should have those all basics and learn how to use AI, not to build AI. That is the expectation. But if you want to, definitely, if you are interested, you are always welcome to create a new model, create your own AI model, and basically explore about it and learn about it. It is not going away, but it's not, I would say, essential to start your career. In between your career also you can learn and you can continue and shift your career. Sorry, this voice was echoing.
on my side.
Yeah. Right now I can hear. Can you repeat your question?
How to get certificate for this section?
Please post your question.
Okay, so this I think.
Sir, I have
Echo.
Echo. I am unable to hear anything actually. Harshita or anyone from the organizer, if anyone can help. That would be great.
Hello.
Sir, it is asking
to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
How can I get certificate?
Certificate.
Registration.
So I think someone from a TechBairn will reach out to share the certificate.
At the end of the session, sharing it.
Not audible.
At the end of the session, the TechBairn organizers will share the certificate with you guys.
On the mail or WhatsApp.
I'm not sure. Probably how you have registered, they will share. You can get in touch. Probably there would be something from where you have registered. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for this session.
Yeah, thank you. I think I'll share this PPT with TechBairn
On WhatsApp group, sir.
Yeah, I'll share it. I think they will. I'm not part of the WhatsApp group maybe, but Akshaya from TechBairn coordinators, they will share it, and you can actually go through various resources and learning platforms I have shared. You can take that as a reference and start your journey. And I have the contact link.
What is your current position and the company name?
Yes.
If you are comfortable, then.
Yeah, definitely I can share. So I am currently working as staff software engineer. So it is SD4 level job in ServiceNow, and I'm working in conversational interface. Basically, it's a chatbot only. Chatbot for internal employees of different IT organizations. So we create
your organization name?
ServiceNow account. I can type it here if you are unable to understand. ServiceNow. You can look through it in the internet. ServiceNow is a reputed tech company in US. So the base.
Yes, sir. Are you from US?
No, I am
out now.
I am from India only, so ServiceNow has an office in Bangalore as well as in Hyderabad. So I work from Hyderabad location.
How we can join ServiceNow as an intern?
Yeah, so for ServiceNow, probably I can share some of the links from where we get this internship posting and the job posting, the portal that we have. From there, we can apply for it. And the expectations that I shared in the PPT, the expectations of various bank companies also, the expectations will be same in ServiceNow while joining. So you need to be prepared for it, and definitely.
Okay. Sir, what is your LinkedIn ID? Please, if you are comfortable, then just share it.
Let me share. I can share it here. So just stay connected with my LinkedIn. I have various posts I always share in the LinkedIn also. You can go through the post, different events that happens on ServiceNow. ServiceNow also organize some of the DevOps meets. Here you also can join and be part of the same community. We can discuss, we can share ideas and do something.
I have connect this then practice.
Yeah, sure. I will do that. So I think it's time for now. Probably I will leave, but probably what we have discussed, let's think about it and take action. That's what I can say. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, on behalf of TechBairn, I would like to sincerely thank our speaker for taking the time to join and for sharing such practical and insightful knowledge with all of us. Your real-world experiences and clear explanation story help everyone gain a better understanding, and I'd also thank you to all the participants for joining today's topic. We hope you found this session helpful and informative. Please fill out the form that was shared in the chat box for your certification.
I want to ask you to you.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
Sir, whenever we are eligible for placement, then if we have need of referral, then you will give referral for in ServiceNow.
So that I am not sure, but let's be in touch in LinkedIn. I probably can help whatever
Yes.
ways I can, and that's where the power of community, right? Let's build a community, be in touch, we'll help each other, and definitely I will help you in all the way I can, and that's what I can say. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thanks Harshita and thanks Akshay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye.
This is very informative session.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.